All right, welcome back to another episode of the Pin High Podcast presented by Pin High Media. Tony Finau is never going to lose again, and LIV Golf kind of stinks, so it's going to do it.
This is Jordan Spieth here, and
this is the Pin High Podcast.
So there's two statements to unpack there while we get inside the ropes. The Puerto Rico curse is not only dead; it's just like it's a corpse,
Shattered,
and it's in the morgue. It's incinerated. It's gone through the whatever incinerates bodies. But yeah, it's done.
It's well, that just shows how due he was for a win.
Yeah,
I mean, he did win. I feel like everyone forgets about how including us, we forget he won last year, Northern Trust at Liberty National. But it feels like forever. It's been a normal tournament. He won two. I mean, his two the lesser known, not really super fun to watch tournaments of the year, but I mean, he won twice in a row. He's won 4 times in his career and has now won 3 times in the last 12 months. And before that, it was like 1 time in 6 years, something like that. So he was just due. He's good for a long time, and he was just needed a couple hot weeks, and he was going to win a couple eventually. And it was a weaker field, so maybe that helped a little bit.
I feel like people kind of like it's a growing trend that whenever somebody who like is kind of due wins, they talk about, and people have always said if he just wins one, like he's gonna go on a crazy streak. They were doing that with Xander like a few weeks ago, and now they're doing it with Tony. And I mean, maybe
even with Scotty at the start of the year, like
that happened. So
yeah, maybe I mean that's been the story of the year. It was like 3 guys, like those 3 guys have won multiple at least 2 tournaments in a row. And that's been it probably the whole year. It's Cam, like it's been those 4 guys that have basically won majority of the tournaments, I feel like.
Yeah. And I mean, I did kind of like chirp that statement, but like it's kind of been true. Like if Finau wins, floodgates open, and he wins the very next week. Like Xander won. Where did he win?
Travelers, and then he won in Scottish Open next week.
And then won Scottish Open, and then he like played very well at the Open, right?
Yeah, I was convinced he was going to win, of course.
Yeah.
And he didn't.
So I mean, it is a common trend, and I don't know if there's any other guys that I can think of that are kind of on that level right now. Maybe like a Sung J M.
I mean, Victor Hovland maybe.
But he's won multiple times though.
Yeah, he's won the European Tour. Yeah, but it's
won the
PGA Tour. Maybe it's different. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. That'll be an interesting storyline to think about. Kind of like, I feel like that's not really a storyline to think about right now, but more like towards like the beginning of the season after the FedEx Cup playoffs.
Yeah, when Finau is basically locked into the Tour Championship, it seems like. And
where's he in the standings? I mean, he's won 2 in a row.
Yeah, he's played well in some years. He played well. Did he play well in Phoenix too?
Yeah, he always does.
Yeah, he's got to be. He has to be in the top 10. And if you're in the top 10 at this point, I feel like it's pretty hard to not make the Tour Championship.
No, 100%. Like you'd have to get like cut twice, and maybe you still like some guy. I remember there's some guys. There was one guy last year. I'm pretty sure who was like in the top 30 and didn't play in not BMW Championship. Didn't play in Northern Trust, then played in BMW Championship and was fine. Still made Tour Championship.
I think it was Patrick Reed actually.
It was. He was really sick.
It was Patrick Reed. Yeah, he missed the first
event. Championship either. I don't remember.
Yeah, he very like I can't imagine a scenario where you can either play that bad or like if you're in the top 10. Like it's one thing if you're 25th or something like that, but if you're in the top 10, like or even like probably the top 10 is the extent of it, and you play really bad and miss 2 cuts, like I feel like it would take a lot for you to miss the Tour Championship. But yeah, I mean, who knows? It might we might see it happen this year. Maybe Tony Finau does it. Who knows?
Well, I'm looking at the standings right now, and Tony Finau jumped up to 7.
I think
he was 17.
Yeah.
So trying to think of any guys in here that might not play, but nah, they all seem like they're. JT Poston's 22.
He plays every week, probably.
I know he won. He probably plays a ton.
Yeah, he probably.
How many events they played? Oh no, it has. It does say that he's played.
He probably has the most
6
compared to like a Rory or a Cam. Like I feel like we see Cam every once a month. Cam's at 16.
He's in second.
Oh my gosh.
And Rory's played 13. He's 6th.
That just, I mean, it doesn't surprise you. Either have to be really good or play a ton.
There's some grinders on here like Sepp Straka and Tom Hoagie have played 29.
Tom Hoagie won though.
I don't see any 30s on here, but I think 29 is the high.
God, imagine that's like.
Martin Trainer. He's still not in the top 125.
Oh my God! And he's played 30 events.
Yeah, Leviota either. He's 28 and he hasn't played it. But another 30 here. Bill Haas.
Jeez.
Not to make it. You see the 30s once you get down to like the really bad numbers, like Brandon Hagee. Yeah.
Every single week, every tournament.
Yeah.
That's grinders. Ricky Fowler's probably up there.
Yeah, but another thing I wanted to mention was I feel like this week, even though it was not that good of a field, like you still had that to watch and you had the LIV Golf to watch, and I still think the PGA Tour just blows it out of the water. And like I'm pretty unbiased. Like I tried to think like LIV is gonna be good, but it kind of stinks right now. And maybe it'll be better in the future, but it kind of just stinks.
I had zero interest of watching golf this weekend, let alone like if I was gonna watch golf, it was gonna be the PGA Tour. I'm pretty sure last year I watched a good amount the Rocket Mortgage, and I actually enjoyed it. It was fun to watch, and that was when Lebiota.
It's just, I mean, it's a very gettable course, but like a lot of people had good things to say about like the greens and stuff.
Yeah, and last year was a great finish with Lebiota, Cam Davis, right, and Neiman. That was a great tournament, and Troy Merritt, right, or was it
Troy Merritt? That's who it was. Merritt. That on the podcast last week.
Yes. It was a great tournament, a great finish. I enjoyed watching it, and like I think I actually watched a couple holes this weekend, just one day randomly, but I had no interest of watching the LIV. I mean, Stenson wins, just big middle finger to the Ryder Cup, and
he said he played like a captain this week.
Yeah, he really had that Ryder Cup mentality out there. He probably felt like Ryder Cup out there for him too.
Yeah, with all the fans.
Yeah.
But did you see Saturday? Was it packed? I don't know. I didn't watch.
I didn't see. I think it was one of you or Jeek that said it was
empty.
It was empty, right? The first couple of days, right?
Thursday. So I'm not sure. Or Friday? I forget. Thursday.
Well, you got your
Friday
tickets and didn't go, right?
Friday was the first time this week for some reason, and I watched Friday, and Friday was. Yeah, I mean it was golf, but
I also feel like I didn't hear as much about it this weekend too. Like I know Stenson won. I know they did a pro-am. But like I didn't like no one was like, oh my God, Phil just shot 90 or Brooks just did this. Like, and I feel like that's like been the case in a lot of these too. I realize it now. There's just nothing that's notable that happens in any of these tournaments that you're like, it makes me want to watch.
And something I will say is like it might be like more fun to work for LIV if you're trying to be like, if you're like the CEO of LIV versus the CEO of the PGA Tour, if you're like in sales or marketing or I don't know, whatever for either one, it might be more cool to work for LIV just because you get a bunch of creative freedom to do whatever you want.
Yeah, there's probably the word no doesn't exist for them. Like, what have they got to lose?
I saw something this week. They did it.
It's not like they're like, oh, we can't do this because we're going to run out of money or a budget. There is no budget. There's nothing. They don't have to worry about anything.
They did a small little halftime show after 9 holes.
About that.
It wasn't good.
Yeah, and then the Chainsmokers were supposed to be there or something like that.
Who?
The Chainsmokers.
Oh, did they not come?
No, that they posted on their Instagram saying that they didn't come.
Wow.
And I saw some tweet about it saying now the Saudi government's going after the trade smokers.
Yeah, literally, that's tough to cancel on LIV Golf. I mean, I
Yeah.
wouldn't be on their bad side.
No, I definitely would not.
That's a tough look. But like, I've really tried. I've tried to think LIV Golf's cool.
Were they still on the course? Or they just stopped like when they had a halftime show, you said?
No. Yeah, they were still on the course playing. It's just they did like a 3-5 minute like analysis type thing. But it was Troy Mullins, who she's good. She's fine. But then there was this other woman who was not very good. Her analysis was just about as cookie cutter vanilla as it got. She was just like saying the most like I at least could have done an equal job. I think I could have done a better job, honestly, with time to prepare. I think I could have done an equal job with no time to prepare, though.
It's probably. I mean, I don't know. I feel like we would do a better job than like some of the people on like live broadcasts and we definitely wouldn't be listening to like the propaganda and everything like that too. That would be that'd be a whole different story.
Nick Faldo did not look like he was like happy to be there. He kind of just was like, maybe that's just his personality. Not Nick Faldo. What am I saying?
Verity. I was curious, like Faldo was there. Like
Verity. My bad. Verity did not seem like he wanted to be there. Maybe that's just his personality, but he was just like stone faced and like was like doing like the propaganda thing and like not really selling it.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I feel like we're gonna get some of those guys who just they took the money and now they're just soulless now, and that's kind of it. This like and even the players
thing that you kept saying that I was like, I don't know, like we'll see, was the storyline thing. It's just there's no storylines. Like there's nothing. There's no history. There's no storylines. It's just boring.
It's just boring. There's nothing. There's no history. There's no, and like it could get to that level because it's only been however many months, but it's just. There's nothing you're watching. You're like, all right, I want to see this when this happens. Like you're not gonna, like even with the teams, you're not gonna, like it's hard to latch on to some of the teams when they just started and also when they move around. I think they have stayed together more recently too.
And next year they are gonna stay together.
That would make sense, but it's just there's nothing interesting and I have no reason to watch it.
I think that the closing thing I'll say about it is just like it needs time because right now it's just not good and maybe it'll be better. I don't know. But like the people that like go in the YouTube comments that are like, you don't like understand like it's here and like people
it's here.
Love this. It's like I don't think you do. Like I was with you guys. I tried to like it. And I just need to see more because it's not it.
Yeah,
I like the Rocket Mortgage over it, which is just like telling.
That's saying a lot. I'll probably like if I'm gonna watch golf this weekend, it'll be the Wyndham.
Yep.
Like, even if there was a live event this weekend, like I'd probably watch the Wyndham over the live event. It just means more.
For now, I'm out. But
let's
take a look at the Wyndham field. Before we just like get into some quick picks. It's not a bad field when you're looking at the odds list. You see some like middle.
It's kind of who you'd expect to be there. It's like Webb Simpson, Sung J M. He plays every tournament. He's there.
It's not awful. I won't say it's like a bad field, but I'm sure it'll produce a good leaderboard.
It's also the week before the FedEx Cup playoffs, so it's like people need that 125. What?
People need that 125 spot.
Yeah, the 125.
Let's look who's on the bubble.
Oh, that's true. That's a good point.
The 125 exactly is Stuart Sink.
He's definitely gonna win this week then.
126 is Webb Simpson.
Wow, maybe that's why he's playing.
You know, under that you got 127 Pat Perez. Oh, wait, Pat Perez, jeez, he's gone. Lover, Tway, Nick Taylor, Chesson Hadley, Kramer Hickok, Ricky Fowler's 133.
Ricky Fowler's also 130 to 1 this week.
Ricky Fowler's on my absolute do not play list in DFS now. I was literally 5 of 6 with cuts and finished like 300th out of like 5K with a missed cut. So if I just picked like literally anybody who made the cut, it would have been like such a good lineup.
But no, it had to be Ricky Fowler.
Yeah, he's on the do not play list now.
I thought you hated him even before you put him on the do not play list just now. I thought you're so against him anyway.
No, last week I was like, he could be a sneaky play at the Rocket Mortgage.
He hits the ball well. He doesn't really putt it well anymore, but he hits the driver well, doesn't he?
I say Kramer Hickok boosts up the leaderboard, and I say Ricky Fowler misses.
But where is Ricky Fowler on the list?
133, and Kramer Hickok's 132.
I think Fowler misses. I honestly, I think I see Stuart Sink's name up there. I think that he could easily be a guy just like he's like all right, I need to make a statement and just go out and win or like play well. And it's Stuart Sink, but I don't know. So there's something about it that says like he's gonna be if anyone's gonna compete and try to win, it'll be him.
Oh wow! Breaking news: the Yankees just traded Jordan Montgomery. What the hell? What's going on?
Yeah, if you can't tell, this is 5 minutes to the trade deadline.
What's going on? Who the Yankees are they gonna get? I guess they're making a last push at
just broke that guy to a guy. Just broke that to a guy in the Yankee Stadium bathroom.
Sorry, we're off topic. Let's give it last second pick, and then we'll get out of here. I kind of like Webb Simpson.
I kind of do too. Webb Simpson, Davis Riley. That just sounds like a guy who's gonna win. I don't know why. But
no! Oh, here's my pick: Aaron Wise, 40 to 1.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good pick. He's playing well.
And then he's beating Scott Stallings in a playoff.
Ooh,
just lock it in.
Scott, they've both been playing well. Scott Stallings is playing pretty well. I'm pretty sure. Tiro, yeah, not. I don't know. Just not a great field, but playoffs next week, which will be fun.
Wait, did you give a pick?
Oh, I said. Who did I say? Who did I just say? I said Davis Riley.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Davis
right.
Riley.
Okay. Well, we got the Wyndham this week, and then we're on to the playoffs, which, sometimes the playoffs can be a little underwhelming, but maybe this year with LIV being, so prevalent, they'll start to try to kick it up, and it'll be fun. So, see you next week for that, and hopefully Jeek isn't going to a Yankee game next Tuesday.